Hey there and welcome. My name is Pete and this is the last channel update video of 2022. The year is almost over, time for a quick look back. And I want to keep this short on purpose because A, not a whole lot happened, and B, I'd rather leave this year behind me for good. Yes, 2022 was not a great year for me. I'm not really happy with where I am personally and mental health wise, and I'm also not really happy with where the channel is because of it. And before you tell me that taking it easy is perfectly fine and acceptable, believe me, I know, and I'm fully aware that working at those 150% was just a bit too much for me, but at the same time I am currently functioning at maybe around 30%, and while that is probably for the best right now, it is simply not sustainable professionally, especially not as a self-employed YouTuber, even if that is only part-time. So I'd like to find that sweet spot where I can put out all of those videos I want to make and at the same time be happy and healthy doing it. And that's not going to be an easy search, I think, and I believe it's best for me to stay on the safe side and not put in too much. I am, however, confident that sooner or later I will be able to find that sweet spot that works for me, but perhaps finding it also means that I need to make some changes in my life. I have been thinking about making the switch to becoming a full-time YouTuber for some time, and maybe that is the solution, or maybe it's not and would be a terrible step to take, especially when I'm not mentally ready for it. All of that is up to me to figure out, and 2023 is hopefully going to be the year where I can do at least some of that, but it's not going to happen overnight, and it will not always be easy. That is, unfortunately, the nature of therapy and learning more about oneself, and I've had to learn that myself. Mental health is not something I can practice the way I practice playing basketball. Simply put, doing more is not always better, and the path to getting better is as long as it's going to be, and it doesn't care about a deadline on a PhD thesis or an audience that's eagerly waiting for more videos. And while all of that sounds pretty grim, don't worry, I still believe that me and this channel will one day feel just as they did a year ago, maybe even better than ever before. I don't want to stop doing YouTube. This is still an incredibly important part of my life and of who I am, which, understandably, I think, makes it even harder to let it sit by the wayside at times. And that is also why I am a bit hesitant to paint an overly specific picture for the next year. I simply don't know how all of this is going to go and how long it's going to take. A few things I'd like to do, however, are, for example, to finally dive into RimWorld Biotech, to finish the Mass Effect series and perhaps look into another BioWare RPG classic, and to maybe have one or two smaller side projects as well. I have quite a few ideas for completionist reviews or other short one-off videos lying around, just stuff that doesn't fit into a full series, but of course even that takes some time to turn into a complete video. And despite me remaining a little cautious with predictions for 2023, I wholeheartedly invite you guys to let me know in the comments what you would like to see next year. Some of the most successful series on this channel have been started in part thanks to your recommendations, and while I am probably not looking for the next mega project like Mass Effect, I am very much interested to hear your ideas for games that can perhaps be completed in a few episodes. So get ready to fire away your suggestions, and with that I think it's time to wrap things up. That means, as always, to give a quick shout out to all the new Patreon supporters who joined the channel in the last month. So, as always, in no particular order, I want to say thank you to Esoteric Leaf, Annie, Liz, Rico, Forbit, Titulus, Baron Juice, Ngoroso, Jake Tobiason, Biggish Racer 24, Sean Beek, Lem, Brandon Evers, Last Light, Nartel, Fishy Mishy, El Wildlerino, and Doug Tanzer. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you to everyone who watched Pete Complete in 2022. Thank you for all the well wishes that have reached me in the last few weeks, and thank you for being a part of this lovely community. I wish each and every one of you a fantastic start to 2023, myself included, and we'll see where our journey takes us from there. For today, I hope you enjoyed this last channel update video of the year, and if you did, then I would be very happy if you could leave a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing and want to support me and my channel further, then you can go ahead and subscribe to stay up to date, grab some merch over on shop.petecomplete.com, or check out and maybe even pledge to the Pete Complete Patreon. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.